Hey people, it's me, Jay Blaze, and today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and opinions on my 1 year anniversary with this beauty right here. I'll have a picture up here somewhere of my PC, which I have called the Mayflower. And I named it such because it's my first true introduction to PC gaming, just as the Mayflower was the first ship to bring colonizers to America. And I said true because I did have that one laptop, but it wasn't good. And inside this baby, I have an Intel Core i5 6500. It's not K, which would mean overclocking. I have 8 gigabytes of HyperX Fury RAM, just cheap stuff that I found on Amazon. And my graphics card is an NVIDIA GTX 1050, which is probably one of the lowest graphics cards you can buy on the market currently, but it's still better than consoles, able to put out 1080p 60 frames per second in basically every game I play. I do have to turn down settings, but honestly, it still just looks so much better than consoles, or at least when I play consoles at my friend's house, or they bring them over to my house. And all of this together inside of the beautiful Corsair 100R. My keyboard right here is the, I don't know, I'm gonna lift it up, Corsair Strafe Red. I didn't get the RGB because that cost extra, and I was probably only going to use the color red anyways. And for my mouse, I have the Corsair Saber, which this mouse is basically perfect, fits my hand almost perfectly. I do have my pinky hanging off, but it's absolutely perfect for me. And I don't think I'm going to be changing it anytime soon. There aren't as many buttons as I would like on the side to, just enter different modes or use different items for games. But it's serviceable. There's a DPI switch up here. This isn't a review of the mouse, so I'm just going to get off of that. And all of that is placed on top of my Corsair mouse pad, which is the big version. I'll have a picture up here somewhere of it. And you may be thinking I'm some kind of Corsair shill, but it just fits with the theme of my build, Mayflower. Corsair has its logo as the ship, so I figured why not. And it's all on top of this glass desk, which I don't know where it came from, but I have it. I'm using 3 monitors. I can probably show you that. I have 3 monitors. 1, 2, 3, and this right here is the big boy, the important part. It's the HP Omen, which I know there was quite some controversy around it recently on the PC Master Race subreddit. One guy saying it couldn't truly reach 144 Hz, which he just wasn't using the right connection, is what I got. But it's amazing. I love it. This monitor, and since I have the triple monitor set up, I can get a fairly surround view, which you can get with a curved monitor as well, but I didn't really have the budget for it since I got my HP Omen on sale, like $100 less than it usually is. And the next part is, I've told you all about my setup and how amazing it is. I love it. It's great. I can't think of anything else that would upgrade it. Well, I mean, I guess I could get a good headset, but I'm in no real rush to get a headset or anything like that, since I can just use the monitor speaker, the one on the left. The one on the left, the furthest left, is a 1080p. I don't know how many inches, but it's just serviceable. I got it for free from my stepdad. He just gave it to me. He said I'm not using it, and you might be able to. He did have another monitor that he wasn't using as well, but it didn't have any sort of connection that I could use. It only had VGA and AV cables, which I can't use since my computer doesn't have an output. And the HP Omen, since I'm using the one on the left, I'm using HDMI. I can't use HDMI for the HP Omen since you can't reach 144 Hz with HDMI 1.0 anyways. So I'm using DisplayPort for the HP Omen. And the rightmost is just some 720p monitor that we've had for like a while. I don't remember when my parents got it or where they got it from. But that's fine. It's fine. It's serviceable. And you may be thinking, why would I get a 144 Hz monitor if my GPU is the 1050 and it can't drive that? Because it was on sale, and I was gonna get it anyways. I was gonna get a 144 Hz monitor eventually. So I figured, since this is on such a big sale, since it's on sale, I might as well get it now, which I did, and it works. And on the next part of this review or look back, I'm going to be talking about the other half of PC gaming, which is the gaming. And so I'm going to put up a screenshot of my Steam library. It's going to have to take 2 pictures because I have quite a few games. And I also have some games thanks to Twitch Prime, and they actually did just update recently, and they added a lot more games. They added, well, I wouldn't say a lot more games, but they added 3 games, which is a good chunk, I would say. And here it is. And most of the games that were on my Steam library were bought during the 2017 Steam Summer Sale. And pretty much all of my games save 2. And the 2 games that I didn't buy on sale were Waveland and Rivals of Aether. I bought those because, well, Alpharad is so convincing, and he made me feel like I would actually be good at Rivals of Aether. So I kind of regret purchasing it, and I can't get a refund because I have too many hours on it. And Waveland is a really good game. He also played that on his channel. Both of the games I paid full price for, Alpharad has played. Funny. But that's a pretty good game. I like it. It's definitely a really good platformer. Interesting mechanics using the wave dash, which is from Melee, to just be a platformer. That's a really good just mechanic that I like. 2 games that I really love that are I'm not sure if you can check someone's Steam library based on being a friend with them, but 2 games that I really love in my Steam library are Hollow Knight and Ori of the Blind Forest, which I did get on sale, but I kinda, looking back, I would definitely have paid full price for those, knowing that they would have been such a good experience. But I don't regret buying them on sale because, saving money. But one thing that I am going to do once I get some more money on my Steam account, or just in general, I'm gonna buy the soundtracks for those so I can support them with buying something at full price. And I especially love Hollow Knight because I've gotten 70 hours in that game. I mean, I've beaten the full game, or I've beaten the main game, and I still have a lot of after-game content and DLC stuff to do. I haven't gotten anything from the Grim Troop, or at least they're not in the main town. So that'll definitely add on a few more hours. And I only paid $8. I think around like $8 for that game, and it's a really good deal. Definitely look it up, put it on your wish list, and get it on sale or even full price. It's definitely worth full price, I would say. Like $17, I think it is. And eventually, I plan on upgrading my CPU to a Ryzen 7 of any kind. I'm focusing on the 1700 since it can be overclocked to the same speed as the 1800X. It really all depends on the Silicon Lottery. A lot of people have said, from what I've read, that they've been able to overclock to the same speeds as the 1800X, which is something that I'll look forward to. And basing off my luck in Fire Emblem Heroes, I'm not going to do too well with the Silicon Lottery. I would also like to try custom water loop in the future, Maybe not soon or anytime real soon, but I would love to try it. It's based on watching like videos from Jay's 2 Cents, and I think Linus has done a few. Yeah, Linus Tech Tips has definitely done a few water-cooled custom water loop builds in his time. And just watching them do that, and the benefits are definitely so great over AIO and even especially fans, using fan cooling. It's definitely something that I would like to try, and I'm pretty sure everybody else who has a PC or is a avid PC gamer would like to try something, I feel. And since it's so crazy of an option, AIO is probably what I'm going to have to go with sooner rather than later. Now, the next part in this review overlook that I'm going to talk to you about is the ride from getting the parts to actually building her. Oh man, that was a roller coaster. So I got the parts on my birthday. I think it was a Monday. I'm not sure, but I got my parts then, and I decided to record me building the PC, but my phone didn't have enough space. It was an iPhone, figures and much. It didn't have enough space, so I couldn't record the full thing, and I just eventually just decided I'm not going to keep deleting random stuff off of my phone. I'm just going to forego recording it. And then, like halfway through me building, I lost one of the screws that you put under the motherboard standoff, that's what it's called. It rolled into my sister's room, which is right next to mine, and I was scouring my room, looking all over, and I was like, hey, I think my screw is in your room, let me check. No, leave me be. And then I barge in there, check right under, and whoop, there it is. So finally, after I put it all together and I built it, I flipped on the power supply. I was like, whew, I'm ready to ascend to the master race. And nothing. Kaput. I was so confused. I thought that maybe my motherboard was dead, or maybe my power supply didn't work because I had just flipped on the power supply. But little did I know, you also have to turn on the case's power supply. So it's a dumb mistake looking back, but being, first time ever building a PC, first time owning one, it definitely, I can understand why I made that mistake. But in the future, I won't make that mistake. It was just so like, whoa. And then after I had built it all, I then sent my parts back, my motherboard and my power supply, because I didn't know if they were broken or anything. I sent them back, had to get them sent to and back, and then I rebuilt. And then I asked my friend Dark Hole Games, and he was like, "Have you turned on the case's power supply?" And I was like, "What? No. Why would I?" He's like, "Oh, you've made a big mistake." So then I turned it on and I ascended. And since I had to get my motherboard replaced, I had to take out the CPU, of course, and replace the fan. I had to go looking for thermal paste. I looked around. The town that I live in is definitely not anywhere sufficient for building a PC, or really even keeping up a PC upgrading or anything. So I had to order through Amazon some more thermal paste to put on for the fan. But now, when I get an AIO cooler or a new fan, I'll have some better than stock thermal paste for it, which is definitely a benefit. When I finally had it all together and all ready and right, I entered all my information, and then I realized, oh wait, this motherboard doesn't have onboard Wi-Fi. Oh, yippee. So, and the only Ethernet cable we had at the time at my house was this little dingy 3-foot thing, and I had it stationed in my room, and I couldn't move it. So I had to turn off my PC, bring it all to the back room where the router was, plug it all in. And since my only monitor, this one on the right, the furthest on the right, it didn't have HDMI. It only uses DVI-D. That's another part. I had to go looking all around for a. Can you believe Walmart doesn't have DVI cables? That's pretty crazy to me. They didn't have a DVI cable, so I had to go over to Staples and get one. They didn't have the right one. They only had DVI, not DVI-D. So back to Amazon I go, and finally I got that. But for the time being, I used this old crappy television that we had that did have HDMI. It had distorted colors, which at first when I plugged it into the PC, I figured, oh, I just need to install the graphics drivers so that it'll look good. But it was the TV. And for the first week, I was using one of the good TVs that we had, but it's like 40 inches, so it's definitely not something that I would want to keep, or at least not for PC gaming, at a desk in my room. Like, if I wanted to take my PC into the living room and just hook it up and lay back on the couch with a controller, that's something I could do, but it's not something that I would want normally, seeing as how now I have this triple monitor setup, which is absolutely amazing. I love it. So for like the first 3 weeks, I'd say, all I was really playing was Paladins and GTA 5, which I had bought on sale a few weeks before. I was like, hey, I'm building a PC soon. I can buy GTA 5 and play it on my PC. I bought that. I was also playing Paladins, thinking maybe I could just get warmed up and my skills would translate over to Overwatch once I start playing it on my PC, but little did I know they wouldn't. But my life and the Mayflower's life drastically changed once the Steam summer sale hit. Boy, that was, whew, man. I'm so glad I had friends and family at that moment. When I went down to see my dad's half of the family for summer, and while I was down there, I got an Xbox One controller, and my aunt, she was like, hey, let's go to the store and buy some stuff, create a special memory or something like that. So, since I don't really go to normal stores, or at least not for conventional reasons, such as shoes or clothes or anything like that, we went to GameStop, and I bought a really, really nice, I love the Xbox One controller. It's probably the best controller ever, and I say that, and we bought an Xbox One controller, and I had some money left over, so I got a $20 Steam gift card. So that was one thing that was amazing. I had leftover money for my Steam gift card, and I also bought the Xbox One controller, which is probably the nicest controller, and I say that owning a GameCube controller and the GameCube controller adapter. So if I want, I can use either the GameCube or the Xbox One, but I usually only use this GameCube controller for, say, Dolphin emulator or other emulators. But my Xbox One is my main controller because it's so nice. It feels good in the hands. It's definitely optimized for me, at least. And I love it. It's just great. And I also had put like a $50 card, I think it was, when I decided to invest into PC gaming. I bought a $50 card when I found out that GTA 5 was on sale. I had bought the $50 card, and I was like, oh hey, let's just get this, and I got GTA 5, and that was the only game I got at the time. So when the summer sale hit, I had leftover money from that. I also had the $20 gift card that my aunt had got me, and I probably bought another card somewhere along the line just because I was like, hey, this is a big event. I definitely won't have another like huge chance like this anytime in the future or anytime soon. So that was definitely life-changing. That sounds kind of cheesy now that I think about it, but it definitely was. It was life-changing. Maybe not drastically life-changing, but it was. And one thing with a self-imposed challenge that I've created is buying games only on sale, or buying most of my games on sale since I have bought two, blah blah blah. Saving money is definitely not bad at all. And it's something I can definitely shove in my friends' faces when they talk about, oh, consoles are definitely better than PCs. And I'm like, okay, but I have way more games than you, and I paid less for all of them altogether. So, I wouldn't say so. And I've just overall paid less for my PC than my friends have for consoles, which is something that I'm glad that I kind of shortchanged myself at the start, because I can advocate for, oh hey, PC gaming isn't as expensive or bad as many people say, or the prices like on sale at Best Buy or whatever, they're not true. You don't have to buy them for like $2,000 or whatever. And that's definitely something that I enjoy being able to do. And once I upgrade my graphics card, which hopefully will be soon, I'm planning on getting a 1080 Ti. I know, overpriced, blah blah blah. You won't be able to have enough money, blah, all that stuff. It's what everybody wants. I know that, but I really think graphics card prices are going to be going down soon with the new generation 1180s, 1170s, 1160s, all that from NVIDIA. They're going to be coming out with the new generation soon. We've heard rumors about it and all that stuff. I'm not 100% certain. I'm not 100% certain on all of this, and I don't think anybody is, really. And also, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency mining is definitely going to go down soon, or hopefully it goes down soon. But it's unfortunate that right now is definitely the least optimal time to get into PC gaming, or at least the platform, because I know one of my friends, he told me, hey, I'm going to be building a PC soon, and he said, I'm going to be building a PC soon after I collect some more money from my job and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, let me help you out. I've got some experience with this. And so it's just really saddening to see graphics card and just, why is RAM so overpriced nowadays? I don't get that. And just lots of different parts are overpriced nowadays. And that's something I definitely don't enjoy, because I would like to get him in all the way. Just like do the best I can for him. Not for me, but, well, I mean, yeah, I want to get a 1080 Ti, but I want to do the best that I can for him to give him a great introduction. Because it's actually the friend that I did I'll have the information bar come up and show you the video. Console player tries Overwatch on PC, and soon enough we should be doing a sequel to that with this 144 hertz 1 millisecond response time monitor. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I really hope you guys watch that. That'll be interesting. Yeah. It's definitely just, I would like to give him the introduction that he really deserves. Or anybody getting into PC gaming deserves. They deserve to have a good introduction. They deserve to have a good build at the start, which is something that I would like to do. But I can't right now because GPU prices are so just out there. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think about to talk about. Not so much that I can say. Definitely love the community. The subreddit is awesome. The jokes, the discussions, just great people all around. I definitely love it. And I know if you guys want to get into PC gaming, you will enjoy it too. I just know you will. Because it's the best platform. It just is. There's no compromises there. Or at least it has the most capability. Okay, maybe not at all places, at all times, at all prices. It's the best. And I know that personally, having a 1050 for a graphics card. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I really hope you enjoyed your time with me today. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.